What's up, all you beautiful people? It seems like this video here is going to be a very important one. One of, if not, probably one of not the most important one I'm going to do. It's going to be about the root races, the connection to Shivambu, which is urine therapy, to connection to Kundalini, the connection to your spine, the connection to Kalaripayattu, the secret of Kundalini, and the evolution of mankind, basically. Now, to decode basically what you see, it's important that you have clarity in your eyes. Your whole body should become all eyes. So this is why you should put urine, right? You should put urine in your eyes in order to decode what you see. It may seem kind of strange if you're not into urine therapy, but this video here is not about informing you about urine therapy. It's about the message that I'm going to present you here about the root races. Now, Helena Blavatsky developed basically the root races, or it was connected to it. We are all connected to it. It just seems to be that most people have not the ability to see it. They have not the ability to tap into it. What I'm going to present you here is, like I said, the connection to yourself, considering the root races. Now, first and foremost, you have, interestingly, like you have 7 days of a week, 7 planets, 7 gods, 7 chakras. You have 7 root races again, right? That you see the connection to Kundalini and the connection to your spine again. You have 7 chakras, which are just 7 glands in your body, and it's just about to unblock them. This is what Kalaripayattu is doing, because it's like chiropractics. You open up your whole system, you open up your whole body, buddhi, dharma wheel in order to see what you are, what you present in this realm. Now, we start with the root races here. Now, the first root race would be called the Polarians. Now, the Polarians, they there you have the connection to your spine again. It's your single pole, right? This the Polarians came basically from the aether, and they had only astral bodies, right? This is what we basically are. We descend from the upper realms down to the lower realms. So we are just spirits encapsulated in our bodies. This is where we start. We start with the first root race, which is only astral. Then we get into the second root race, which is the Hyperborean race, and they develop basically next to the North Pole, which is again like this is north, this is south, right? North, south. It's just the mapping of your own body. It's just the mapping of your own self that you're able to see and present what you basically do as a reality creation in this realm. It's all yourself. It's all just what you produce, reflecting, mirroring outside of you. This second root race was a psycho-spiritual ghost, basically. Now, it was getting... there you have the connection again from density, from buoyancy to density, right? It came from spirit, and it condensed itself down to matter. Spirit came from the aether, and it condensed it down. This is what the root race basically symbolize. It's just symbolism for descending Christ from above to below and then up again. This is the Kundalini looping itself up and down, right? This is connected to your PC muscle, which is the root chakra, when you can feel it, right? You just place your hand between your genitals and between your butthole, and you start to feel it, and you're like, oh, okay, I get it. I push it, then I place my other hand here, and I'm like, okay, I can push basically my cerebral spinal fluid from below here up into my head, right? And there I have basically the creation of Kundalini from within. Then we get into the third root race, which is the Lemurians, right? They come from a sunken continent in the Indian Ocean. The people had more materialistic forms, and they were created out of the sweat, basically, from the Hyperboreans. Also animals started to develop from them. There you have also the connection to Kalaripayattu, to animal spirits, to shamanism, to being basically, or yoga basically. You present yourself as an animal, and you encapsulate that animal spirit in you, so you start to use it. I can use, for example, the elephant posture. I can use the fish posture. I can use the peacock posture, right? I can use the lion posture. I can use, right? You start to use those animal spirits in certain situations in your life. This is also connected to, like I said, the root races. And it descends down from the gods to the denser things. Now, also sexual procreation is also a thing here, because sexual procreation is basically a sin, because it can capture you into density, right? It's not bad per se, but it's just that if you get addicted to it, it can encapsulate evil spirits in you, because you start to addict yourself with language to the sexual action, and then you empty yourself out all the time, so you have no cerebral spinal fluid in your semen or eggs again that you can push up your spine into your head, so you have no capacity to see, because you don't actually also know about Shivambu or urine therapy. So that's, you get like, you empty yourself out, you have no light anymore, right? It's just about darkness and light and the balancing act in between. And so the fourth root race is then from the Atlanteans, right? So it's the Atlanteans, right? Yeah. And yeah, so basically you start to rise in your body to a higher potential, right? For example, in the cat posture in Kalaripayattu, you start to rise inside out, right? So it's just all internal. It's just all a spiritual development of mankind. And this is basically what is happening here, where people are like, okay, it takes, I don't know, 3,000, 10,000, 30,000 years for humanity to get into that different mindset. But basically you can speed up time immediately when you start to do Shivambu. Or you can at least, I mean, like in a year, in a 40-day fast, you can start to open up your spirit and just start to see what I'm talking about. And it's just not that I'm like, ooh, I know that shit, you don't. It's like, do that for you. I do that for everybody. I do that for myself. I do because me is you and you are me. Like it's just all the same. Mind is everything, right? So because we descend from spirit, we are the same. We come from here and then we split ourselves up into different ants, into different fractals. So yeah, so then we get into the Aryans also, right? The Aryan people. So you start to this is where we are basically right now. And the German race is probably the best or the highest developed root race in this whole thing right now, which is basically not as completely true, probably, because it's just probably maybe I don't know, maybe Germans have a better potential to raise the Kundalini from within. But it just takes time. You have to shock your nervous system. You have to put in a lot of work to say that, and you just have to be very disciplined with it. You just have to. Kundalini awakening is not happening overnight. It can probably, but in order to really raise, you just have to raise early, right? You just literally you have to raise early. You have to do your shit. You have to be disciplined. There are no fucking excuses with it. But this is also like a side note here, all this freaking gym shit people doing, like it's not as probably good connected to Kundalini as the original art. The Indo-Germanic race or the Indo-Germanic art, the connection to yoga, the connection to movement. You come here naked. You don't come here with a freaking barbell. You don't come here with a freaking dumbbell. You don't come here with any fucking shit. You just come here by yourself. So just start to learn to work with your body from within, outside, which is martial arts, which is yoga, and the original martial art is Kalaripayattu. Start to work with your spine, which is Kundalini, which is the secret of it all. And sure, you will get probably a Kundalini awakening, but stay on your track, right? So, and of course, like I said, do Shivambu. I mean, without Shivambu, you're not on your highest potential. Also, stop wasting your seed, basically. Just like I said. So yeah, the sixth road race, and now it starts to really get interesting because I mean, like I said, all these other things, they are important where we come from, and but where are we right now? Okay, we are right now in the sixth road race, or we are right now in the fifth road race, which is the Aryans, and Blavatsky said there are going to be 2 more root races before the human starts to descend from this realm again, which is basically your own spirit starts to maybe you reincarnate because you still have to do shit in this realm, or you still have to develop your soul, you still have to develop your sun, your light from within, to shine that out. You have to level up maybe, and but if you can probably level up completely in one lifetime if you know how to do it. And Shivambu is a thing, I can tell you from my heart. Kalaripayattu is a thing, and that's basically it, because you come, like I said, you come here naked to start to work with less or no tools. But have tolerance. This is a very important one. So Blavatsky said there are going to be 2 more root races. The 6th root race will come up in America with the development of a new 6th continent. I'm going to tell you what this is going to be in a minute. So there are going to be a catastrophe, and Well, you can basically look that up all on Wikipedia, but it's not like, oh, you get your fucking information from Wikipedia, but I mean, like I said, you have to freaking decode that with urine. So to start, it's internal. And the 6 root rays is going to be then they say like 25,000 years it's going to take. They are going to be made out of the bands of material and of their own flesh. They're going to be made out of their own flesh. We are breatharians, right? We are Aryans, which comes from the word air. We are all connected, interconnected, because we are all just using breath, which is spirit. And that means they will, this is an important one, they will be stronger etheric and androgyne. That means they have both sexes, which is Hermeticism, because you have both energies in you. I said that, yin and yang, male and female, darkness and light, shamanism, right? You can, and this is Kundalini going up because you have both energies. You have male and female. In Kalaripayattu, you have, I get goosebumps when I fucking say that, right? I get goosebumps. That's a good sign because hair is connected to ear. You have male form, you have female form. So you fuse that internally. They're going to be strong etherically, they're going to be androgyne, and they will get again their occult strengths that the Atlanteans lost. Alright? Atlantean was sinking because it was probably too dense. And you will get your stronger capacities again because you're spirit. If you densify yourself all the time because you eat shit, you have no connection to your etheric powers. If you weigh too etheric out here, you have no strength in your body, you will freaking lose it. You have no grounding. Kalaripayattu is a bounding point between dense material to spirit, right? You just use your body in order to focus on the material things that you want to create. This is martial arts. This is what you focus on, your point of creation. So yeah. So now the 7th root race is going to be a very good one. From the 6th root race, there's going to be a 7th root race, the race of the Buddhas. You're the Buddha yourself. You cultivate your Buddha, which brings me to cultivation of Falun Gong, Falun Dafa, because they're the sons of the gods. They're made from undirty parents. They're going to be the last messiahs, the Maitreya Buddha, right? And right, left, all, wholeness. Freemasonry. I'm a free man, son Ari, because I am a free man. I'm a free spirit. I'm a sun. I'm a light. I'm shining bright. And because I'll drink my golden liquid light elixir. There you have it. And so with these 7 root races, which is probably the 7th chakra, the crown, right? The humanity will get to its pure holy ghostness or pure consciousness again, which is then the ending of the cycling of life on Earth. Because you completed the cycle. You completed Kundalini. You completed the Ouroboros. And the humans from this 7th development stage will be region gods over the planets and they will act in groups of 7, diverged in planetary ghosts, and they will use their holy ghostness to work into the material. That means you basically, if you go up into your spine, into your head, you on a here in mind, and you now start to transform your force, because you fuse all elements, your all angles of mind, into what you focus on, and then you create it there. This is basically reality creation. This is basically inner alchemy processing. So there you have it. I mean, that's very simple. Now, a very good one also, considering the Maitreya Buddha. I also want to say that the Maitreya Buddha is an uncaptured version of a just pure ghost or pure spirit, which is which is also known as the laughing Buddha, because like the comedian from Watchmen, it's just all a joke, because you're joking yourself all the time. And people are going to see that they're the Buddha themselves. Now, also another very important one I want to read you here. Now, the 6 root ways. According to C.W. Leadbeater, a colony will be established in Baja California. This is going to be the island I was telling you about, which is going to sink, and then, or it will be splitting up, right? So there is, and there you basically have it in California right now, where so many spiritual activity is happening. So it's probably true what is going to happen there in a few thousand years. But like I said, it's going to happen all internally. If you master it internally, there's probably not a need in order to come here again. Maybe to teach humanity, to raise other souls out of this shitty realm here. But yeah, if you complete it internally, right? So according to C.W. Leadbeater, a colony will be established in Baja California by the Theosophical Society under the guidance of the masters of ancient wisdom in the 28th century of the intensive selective eugenic breathing of the 6th root race. The master Moya will physically incarnate in order to be Maru, the progenitor of the new root race. By that time, the world will be powered by nuclear power, and there will be a single world government led by a person who will be the reincarnation of Julius Caesar, JC, Jesus Christ. I was adding that, right? But like Deltron 3030, goosebumps again, a single world government will be informed in order to put rules into place, right? Listen to Deltron 3030, Virus and 3030, that song. It's going to tell you what's going to happen, right? It's just, the story has already been told. It's already been written down, because it's a cycle. It's the Ouroboros snaking its own tail, eating its own tail, because it's yourself. The snake is your spine, is your Kundalini. Tens of thousands of years in the future, a new continent will arise in the Pacific Ocean that will be the future home of the 6th root race. California west of San Andreas Fault will break off from the mainland of North America and become the island of California, off the eastern coast of the new continent. So that means it's going to split up, and there is going to be the spiritual root race, the 6th root race then. So this is, every root race is basically under layered into different sections. Now, Victor Skumin I'll tell you who that guy is. Viktor Andreevich Skumin is a Russian and Soviet scientist, psychotherapist, philosopher, and writer. And this guy elaborated on the theosophical conceptions of spiritual evolution and proposed at 1990 a classification of Homo spiritualis. That means, or is Latin for spiritual man. So that means the sixth root ray is going to be spiritual man. So there you have it. It's spirituality is going to be the future. If you're too dense, you're probably like, yeah, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, you probably have no connection to your spirit. So what is the solution? Drink your urine, do a fast, do yoga, move, eat less. And I'm not here to tell you, you should become a breather. Switch between the realms, but if you wanted to have more connection to your spirit, eat less, drink more urine, that's it. You will see what I mean. Drink it also through the nose. Put it also in your eyes, so you start to see. So, the six root rays consisting of 8 sub-races. So, HS0, which would be Homo spiritualis. 0 is Anabiosis spiritualis. HS1 is Scientella spiritualis. HS2 is Aurora spiritualis. HS3 is Ascensus spiritualis. HS4 is Vocatus spiritualis. HS5 is Illuminatio spiritualis. HS6 is Creatio spiritualis. And HS7 is Servitus spiritualis. Now, according to Skumin, Anaborsis spiritualis is spirituality and the potential of unmanifested accumulations of personality, the charge of the fires of spiritual creation. What did I told you in my last videos? Awaken your inner fire. Do that inner fire. Steel jacket, Paida, iron body, Paida training. So you awaken your inner fire. You become your alchemist. Alchemize your own creation. Spiritual creation. Scientella spiritualis is the cardinal presentiment of presence and demands of the spirit. Spiritualization of the fire of centers, glimpses of self-consciousness of a spiritual person. Aurora spiritualis is the imperative of the spirit, the action of the spiritual fire, of the centers in the heart. It all comes, like the Buddha, from the heart. The kindling of the fire of the spirit, the formation of the orientation of the personality of the spiritual improvement of life. Although there is nothing to improve, because it's a snake eating its own tail. Ascensus spiritualis is the dawn of spiritual aspirations, the action of the fire of the spirit in the heart, searching spiritual work, aspiration of self-consciousness to merge with the one spirit. Vocatus spiritualis is the maturation of spiritual accumulations, the purposeful spiritual creation, self-awareness and self-realization of a person as a warrior of the spirit. You should not worry, but you become a fighter or a carrier of the light. Illuminatio spiritualis is the beginning of the fiery transmutation, alchemy, the lightning of the achievement fire revealing the identity of man, the early carrier of the thoughts of the one spirit. Creatio spiritualis is the beginning of the fiery creation. You see, there is the element of fire all the time. You have all the time the fire. The action of the fire of achievement in the heart, the revealing self-consciousness of man as an earthly carrier of the light of the one spirit, because we are all one. Service to spiritualis is the carrying of consciously accepted duty commission, the synthesis of spirituality in the clarity of knowledge of a fiery man. There you have it. Awaken your inner fire. See your own consciousness, see your own self, see your own actions. And then serve for others. You serve all the time. Everything I do here online, I do that, of course. I freaking like that. And I enjoy it. This is why I do it. If I would not enjoy it, I would not freaking do it. But I see the benefit of it. And I really hope, I have hope, and I have I have the light, I have the soul, I have the sun, I have the fire inside of me. This is why I can burn that down here for you. I alchemize that for you. So that's basically it. Yeah, and then the seventh root rays. The seventh root rays will arise from the seventh sub-rays of the sixth root rays on the future continent that the sixth root rays will be living on. That will arise from the Pacific Ocean. I told you where that is. The continent they will inhabit is esoterically called Pushkara. Right? So, and I wanted to show you where we can freaking find that again now. I want to show you a picture which is showing that very good, that California thing. Californication. Island of California. Here we go. Yes. So, there we have it. So probably this is going to happen like this. All right. So there you have it. I hope you can see it. Maybe. Right. This is California, and it's going to separate. It's going to break apart from the coast. But like I said, in the end, it just doesn't freaking matter how it looks, because we are all etherical beings from the very first beginning. And that means that we come from the ether already. And so probably a single world government is needed to bring that to humanity, but the importance is that we have then probably a person which is having maybe truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance in its heart. So these are my words. Stay true to yourself, have self-love, do Shivambu, and peace, y'all.